Hey, it's Richard here with Sherwood Motor Cars. Today we're in our 1978 Pontiac Trans Am. This one's got a gold flaming Phoenix chicken on the hood, SE stripes all around, and it's badass and black. Can't drive without a cowboy hat. Let's go for a spin. Driving impression is I don't fit great in this car with the cowboy hat in. I kind of got to scooch down. Maybe that's just a little bit of the vibe on this car. But if you're like me and you've watched Smokey and the Bandit 10,000 times, this is the car for you. I feel so cool. I probably look like an idiot driving around like this, but I feel awesome. This car is great. I'm so excited to take it for a spin. These cars, they built lots of them. Most of them have been destroyed over the years. This one's actually pretty darn rare. It's one of the handful of cars that was built with an actual Pontiac 400 in this year with a 4-speed manual transmission. A really high percentage of these cars actually came with Oldsmobile 403s just because of the emissions regulations that were around in that time that they could pass with the Oldsmobile and not so much with the Pontiac. This one's got the poncho motor, which I really like, and it's got a stick shift, which I really like. Man, this car feels so cool. You know, black Trans Am, there's probably not a more iconic movie car out there. I mean, apologies to Fast and the Furious, apologies to Back to the Future, but for me, this one's the one. So good to be able to go out for a spin and row through the gears in this thing. This car is super cool. The engine turn dash, the nice long Hurst shifter, big bevy of gauges in front of it, and of course the shaker hood scoop, surrounded by the flaming Pontiac Phoenix, the Firebird. I don't know what they were doing in the design room when they designed the scheme for this car, what was going on in the mid-70s at GM, at the Pontiac division, building some excitement, but they sure hit a home run with these cars. Of course, back at this point in the 70s was very much a low point for performance and for horsepower. This car's certainly woken up a little bit. The engine's been rebuilt. Makes it definitely feel so much more like the hot rod it's always supposed to have been. But like all second-gen F bodies, Camaros and Firebirds alike, the car handles nice, rides great, and if I took this cowboy hat off, I'd fit in it great too. Although I'm starting to get used to this Burt Reynolds seating position. It's pretty darn good. I'm feeling real cool. Transmission shifts nice, motor real happy. Wow, it is awesome being behind the wheel of this thing. It feels so good. I don't know if I possibly got some wind whistle coming out of the vent. Just close that up, I think. I don't know if it's possible to feel a whole lot cooler than I do right now. I probably don't look that cool. I really feel cool. The sound this car makes is just perfect. Just that exact perfect rumble. Changing down through the gears. Brakes are happy. Nicely just snakes through the corners. And handles just like you'd expect it to do. You know, you feel like I'm ready to jump this thing. It's really quite a good jump. We might have to take it. No matter how fast we're going, I feel like I'm breaking the law. They just need to get a good trucking buddy and 400 cases of Coors, and we're off to the races. Oh, this car feels so good. Didn't quite have it in gear there. Whoops. There we go. Does shift really nicely. And here we are in a little piece of traffic where the car just doesn't really have any place to go. I guess if I was really the bandit, I'd drive it into the ditch and pass a whole bunch of people and maybe jump a couple of berms and get out ahead of everybody. But I guess for today we're just gonna try and be law-abiding citizens, given we're not actually on a mission given to us by two dudes in baby blue suits. But if the opportunity presents itself, I don't think I could say no. I think we would have to go for it and do some really, really fast, really cool looking driving. The car is absolutely begging me to get after it. Makes the perfect sounds. Just a little bit of gear noise out of the gearbox, perfect exhaust note, a little bit of breeze blowing through the cabin. We're driving around with the windows open, just a tiny hint of wind whistle through the vent. It's perfect. It's like this car is alive. It's a living thing. It's talking to us. It says, let's go break the law. I don't know if we should, though. Nice and straight. What a good fun car. Sounds awesome. Great throttle response out of the engine. Doesn't make a ton of power. It sure makes enough to be really fun to drive. Rev it up through the gears. Could be eastbound and down. This car is great. The only problem this car has is sometimes there's traffic in front of us. That's okay. What a great drive. Here we are back home at Sherwood Motor Cars. This was awesome. I had so much fun. Black Trans Am, a little bit of power steering noise. So awesome. Black Trans Am, living the Smokey and the Bandit dream. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.